Mathias Boe, you're of course here with the Indian national team. We heard of that exciting news quite recently. How's it been for you? Are you enjoying it from the back of the court?
Yeah, I am. You know, it's nice to be back, seeing all the my former colleagues and yeah, a lot of the players I played out throughout the years. Now a lot of them are coaches also, so we can joke yeah, from the sideline and all, and also meet the players again. It's exciting. It's a new challenge. It's still stressful though, and not as stressful as being a player, but you still feel the nerves. So yeah, but it's a good experience. I enjoy it.
Of course, India are a huge badminton-loving nation. They've produced some top singles players in the past. They've not really had many double stars, but now there's sort of an emerging bunch, some real talent there. Can you just talk us through the potential that India has?
Yeah, well, as you said, it is a great badminton nation now, and so a lot of young players who is really want to play the doubles also now. A lot of both girls and boys who's really keen on it, and yeah, we've seen them move up in the ranking. Some of the young players and the bunch of players that, even though that Satvik and Chirag might seem experienced, we need to remember they're only 23 and 21. So it is a young group of players, and of course when you have someone at that level, it's also easier to intensify and have higher quality at practice at each and every session. And yeah, now I'm there to push them and scold them if they're not doing as I tell them. So yeah, it's good fun, and I hope that I can pass some of my experience on to them.
In particular, Ranki Reddy and Shetty have caught the eye. They're top 10 in the world. They've pushed a number of the top pairs in the world all the way. There's a lot of talk after your appointment that you're going to bring some of that psychological strength that you had when you were playing. Is that something that you're going to focus on and try and instill in their game?
Well, obviously, the things I've been good at, of course, I want to see if I can pass it on to all the Indian players. I mean, as a coach, you can only be a guide. It's at the end of the day, it's the players themselves. It's their mindset, how they want to prepare for the sessions. I can only guide them. I can't go on court and play, and that won't be pretty in my case anymore. I'm getting too slow and old, but nevertheless, of course, some of the things that I've been good at, I'm trying to pass on to these guys. But at the end of the day, they're playing, and they need to understand and have the same mindset as me to really cope with the situation. But of course, maybe I can give them a little bit. Peace and make them feel a little bit more comfortable and confident on court. So yeah, I'm doing my best to help them, and but at the end of the day, it's the player self who really needs to move them.
More specifically, would it be fair to say that it's around sort of releasing the tension, perhaps a little bit on court? We saw the resilience needed from Ranki Reddy and Shetty against a very young and talented Scottish pair in the Grimley brothers. There are some service calls and things, and you were quite vocal from the back of the court. But is it those sorts of things, actually, to that pent-up tension that a professional player might have, is just to release it in those moments and to refocus?
Well, obviously we need to find each other also in the coaching situation. Now, of course, I've been with them for 3 weeks now, and but we haven't had a real match situation, even though we're trying to implement that in the practice at home, also being like a match kind of situation. But it's always different. So it's different stadium. It's a little bit more chilly here than it is in Hyderabad, and all these things. So it makes a difference. But I mean, Grimley brothers, they play extremely well and took the chance today and made it difficult for us in bigger parts of the period. So even though kudos to them, but I mean, we need to be sharper at the things we're doing. We're doing it correctly. We're just not doing it fast enough, or not as fast as I would like them to do. So it was a little sloppy throughout, but I mean, we managed, and we actually had the fight we hoped for. So that was really good. So hopefully we can learn a bit from this first match here.
And lastly, we mentioned the high potential of the Indian players. Are there any targets for you with the team as a whole? Of course, we're in an Olympic year. Are there any targets moving forward and main goals?
I mean, our target is just to become as good as possible. My target is personally to see if I can pass something on to the Indian badminton culture, and obviously both the boys and the girls that I'm in charge for, and then help them in the short term, but also maybe give them some tools that they can work in for hopefully the next for the boys the next 10 years or so, for how long they want to play. And yeah, we're in a position where with the boys that we can try something. These tournaments, of course, we want to win, but we have to develop a little bit extra and bring in the toolbox, while the girls they need and battling for qualifying for the Olympics. So with them we need to be really sharp right now. With the boys we can still work. We still have five months until the Olympics. So yeah, hopefully we can develop the game, and yeah, then we'll have to see what happens.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mathias, and the very best of luck for the future.
Thank you so much. Cheers.